All right, hi everybody, John Meadows here. Stop number 2 on the tour. Best gyms in America. We're in New Haven, Connecticut at Montanari Brothers. 2 awesome guys. These guys are kind of like legends in the industry. I'm super happy to be here. I haven't seen them since the New York Pro, which wasn't that long ago. But this is in Connecticut. So let's go check this gym out. And there may be a special guest in here. All right, here we are. Get ready for your tour. This is the owner, one of the owners anyway. One of them. This is Jerry. Good to see you, my friend.
It's always great. Thank you, sir.
We're going to have an interview afterwards. Talk about the gym, its history, when it started. I'm super excited to sit and talk.
Yeah, I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
And there's this dude here that wants to work out with us. So, do you think he can hang? The last time I was here, we were this close to calling an ambulance because he really put a hurting on me.
The last video together, you made me throw up. That's how everybody knows me. So I need this video to redeem myself.
No, actually he did, but for some reason people didn't see that one as often as the first one. So Evan's going to take us around, and let's check out the gym.
Let's go.
Thank you, sir.
John, thank you.
We'll be back.
I'll be here.
Alright, so first, a lot of you guys watching, maybe you're older, maybe you're younger. For your older guys watching, you'll especially appreciate this. For the younger guys watching, I'm going to school you on some stuff.
You'll appreciate it someday.
You'll appreciate it someday. First of all, one of the greatest things about this place is that they've got at least like a half a dozen of everything. So you come to train legs and you've got, what, I don't know, 2, 4, or 5 leg presses plus a vertical. 3 hack squat machines. There's lots of everything. But it's all good stuff too. It's older stuff. It's, you know, early 80s, some of the stuff's late 70s, a lot of the Body Master stuff. It's the first generation Body Master stuff. It's all chain drive. There's some first generation Nautilus stuff. There's a lot of good equipment in here. Whether it's Icarian, Flex Fitness, Body Masters, some TK Star, Nebula.
Oh, the TK Star.
This is really kind of the best of everything.
Yeah.
So let's get started.
Oh, you got the pendulum over here.
Yeah, we got a pendulum squat.
I just did these for the first time a couple weeks ago. Check this out.
This is an old one.
I love this.
It's just the apparatus itself is pretty freaking heavy.
Yeah.
You put a plate on either side and
I did.
you're feeling it.
I did these in Virginia Beach with 2 plates on each side,
And that's a lot of weight.
and it was not easy.
Yeah, it's significant.
Yeah, it was not easy.
Another awesome piece.
Holy cow!
Have you ever seen one of these?
Wow, check this out.
I've never seen another one. This is the only one I've ever seen.
Wow, I have not.
It might have been like a one-off, kind of like a prototype, but it's, you know, you face into it. I guess technically it's like a hack squat, like a vertical hack. Awesome, dude. Same thing. A plate, 2 plates on either side of this thing, dude, and you're fucking rocked.
Okay.
But it's another example. You know, there's a couple other pieces I'm going to show you in here that I've only ever seen one of. This is one of them.
I've definitely never seen that. Very cool.
This is my favorite leg extension. I love this leg extension. The Flex Fitness one.
Yeah.
Dude, it's smooth as could be. Nothing hits my quads like this. One of the things to note about this gym that I appreciate the most is that all the fundamentals are good. Every bar in here, there's 1 York bar.
Yeah.
Every other bar I counted in there, there's 18 Texas Power bars. Every bar is a Texas Power bar. All the plates are York plates. There's, you know, all the racks and the benches. It's all heavy stuff. So, you know, I mean, a good gym, in my opinion, first and foremost, has to have good fundamentals. Yeah. Good bars, good plates, good benches, good racks. Yep. Then you can sprinkle the machines in around them. I hate working out in a bar with shitty plates or bent bars.
Yeah.
This place you never have to worry.
Yeah.
Dumbbells up to 200 pounds.
Nice to look at.
That's for when you do split squats today.
Yeah. Nice to look at anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do with them, but
I couldn't even do a farmer's walk with that.
oof.
Oh, what's this over there? Is that a squat machine?
Yeah, that's a squat machine.
Or is it a calf? Is it a calf?
No, calf machine, sorry. I forget who they had make this. No, a lot of the equipment in here, all the racks and stuff are made by this guy, Stephen DeWitt. You know Stephen DeWitt? Strength Incorporated. I think he's out in Iowa or something, but an old-time fabricator, welder. Pretty much everything he uses, it's all the 3x3.
Weights right here.
If you want to add more there.
Interesting.
But a lot of the stuff I think was custom. You know, these guys just said, hey, make us this specification, and he went ahead and did it. You know,
look at this, 4-seated calves in a row.
4-seated calves.
Oh, there's the face-end calf machine over there. I get real excited when I see calf equipment at the gym. Yeah, like, all right, man. Got a whole row of calf stuff right here. Oh man, this is literally a whole row.
In the body master? I think the body master is one of the 400 500.
Wow, check this out. This one I saw for the first time.
That's a TK Star.
I saw this, I think I saw this in Chicago last week. First time I've ever seen that. I used to love that old TK Star stuff.
TK Star had some really good stuff.
The standing ones there. Got our leg curls here.
Nebula, or Nautilus, rather.
The old Nautilus equipment with the chains that everybody talks about. Tons of leg curls. Look at all these different leg curls.
What's there? I don't know. Five leg extensions over there. There's just lots of variety, which I appreciate.
Oh, this is a lat machine here?
Yeah, just got that last week. It's actually pretty targeted. You know, you just kind of kneel on here, grab it, and it's pretty targeted.
Huh. Oh, look at that.
Nautilus pullover.
That's the king of all machines.
I actually dragged this in here. I had found a guy in my town, actually, who had it. He was selling it. I took it apart. He let me borrow his van. I brought it here in the van on a Sunday afternoon. They were closed. And dragged it through those doors and put it together.
Wow. Look at this beast. That is a pullover machine right there.
You know, it's the original color, too.
Oh, yeah.
And it's still got the tag on it.
Wow. Look at this beast.
Here's a unique piece. Again, this one I've only ever seen one of. It's a Body Masters.
Okay.
It's a Smith, but it's open in the middle. Now to unwrap it, I'll show you. I mean, somebody really had to put quite a bit of thought into making this. So you go to unrack it, all you do is push up. You can move the handles to rack it, but and it's a pretty heavy piece. Just the apparatus is 85 pounds.
It looks heavy. Oh wow, I like this.
Cool, right?
I like this. Wow, feels amazing. That's heavy.
It's heavy. One of the things it's best for is training shoulders. Because I don't know about you, but in front of the head sometimes is too far forward, and behind I can't get back.
Right.
So sometimes you just want to come down almost like right on the side of your head, and this, you can do that.
Yeah, that's typically what I tell people, is like you want that thing really close.
Here's another one maybe you've never seen. This was Tom Platz's
It looks like
line, the Kinesiarch stuff, where they're independent for lats.
Huh.
Right?
Oh, it hooks down on your feet.
Yep. You know, and the two sides are independent, so. And he made a leg extension like this too, which was actually useful to me when I was recovering because, you know, you could use one side by itself.
Ooh, I like it. Easy to change your angle. Very cool.
Did you ever use the Nebula glute hammers? Oh, it's my favorite one.
I don't think so.
Nebula made this toward the end of their life.
Yeah.
I like it because this thing swings on its own, right? A lot of them, they have that rail in the middle and shit like that.
Yep.
But this, you know, you can adjust it front to back, but then also too, you can raise this up and down. A lot of them, you can adjust them front to back, but there's no up and down or something, you know. But this one is a great one. This is one of my favorite pieces.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Do you do these a lot?
Every week. Every week. And believe it or not, in my recovery from my knee, doing these was one of the most beneficial things. These and split squats really did a lot to stabilize my knee.
Yeah. Strong hamstrings. You know, they always talk about with athletes, the eccentric part of leg curl is one of the best things you can do to keep you from tearing your hamstring.
You know, and you can do leg curls till you're blue in the face, you know, this way. But, you know, like when you do, say, a deadlift or this, it's totally different. And for me, it paid way bigger dividends.
Yeah, I like these.
More Stephen DeWitt stuff, just heavy, you know, swivel seats.
So just like if you want to have a drink at the bar, sit down, swivel over, have a drink, back up, do a set.
And these got big old 350-pound stacks on them.
I don't think I could. Yeah. Is there anybody in here that can do the whole stack on it?
Not that I know of. Certainly not me. Yeah, again, I think this is more first generation body master stuff.
Look at this thing. And it's not too steep of an angle. Actually, not too steep. Sometimes they're so steep.
And you can adjust the angle. So you can make it steep or
right there.
Less steep.
Yeah. That's the angle I like.
And that was a flat one, and it's got a 500-pound stack on it. You can be able to get in there?
I don't know. This is a beast, heavy duty.
Yeah, and you can see.
I like that. Look at
how the stack actually moves as it's going.
Yeah, I like the angle. Holy cow.
Here, John, watch.
That might be a little hard getting in and out.
So watch the stack. See as it goes up and down, the stack actually pivots.
Okay. Interesting. So I just saw this in Virginia Beach too. I just saw this in Virginia Beach a couple weeks ago. I love this.
Really?
You ever use it?
A couple times maybe.
I'm obsessed with this machine. I'm like literally obsessed with this machine. See, once you get older, you gotta, this muscle here has to be real big so you look thicker than what you really are. It's an illusion muscle. So if I can just keep that muscle big, it makes me look like I have big arms when I really don't.
One of the things I like best is just the benches that they've got.
Yeah.
Everything is lay down. Wow, this one's got a fat pad on it. Lay down on the bench. Just tell me how to hold it.
Oh, it doesn't budge.
Right?
Man, this thing doesn't budge.
Right, exactly.
Wow. A lot of the benches in my area are literally slippery. They're literally slippery. Like when you're bringing the bar down, you're almost afraid you're going to slide
Or it's
off.
got some shitty, like really soft pad on it or something. I hate that. I'm telling you, one of the greatest things about this gym is they got all the fundamental shit right. The benches, the bars, the plates, the dumbbells. And then on top of it, they've got some of the best variety in machines I've ever come across. Oh yeah, these are really good.
Oh, that's nice.
This is more Stephen DeWitt stuff.
I like this. Is nice, man. This drills right in that inner head.
Again, I think they both got 300-pound stacks on them.
You had to be a big dude to do that whole stack.
Well, you know, he makes a lot of stuff, I think, to this day, a lot of stuff for like state prisons and stuff. So. Posing room?
Yeah. Oh, I remember this room.
Of course, everybody knows the red room.
This is the famous posing room, right?
Yeah, before there was this, right, there used to be, this is going back a while, there was an aerobics room downstairs where they would do classes, like back in that corner, the back right corner of the building. And they had a wood floor and, you know, getting ready for a contest. I can't tell you how many times I just left puddles of sweat on that wood floor. It's pretty gross.
Yeah.
And they ended up, you know, knocking that room down and ripping it out, and they ended up making this room appear. So this one's even better.
It's a big posing room too.
But I remember, you know, there was a couple of fluorescents and stuff, and I was getting ready for a show one year, and I said, we need to, you know, make it really bright. So we put in this one too. You know, just want it as bright as you can. So.
You see your back here. Check this out. So your
Yeah.
mirror's right here. And then you can look into it and you can see your back. Stand in there. That'd be kind of interesting. The cameraman looking at his back through the mirror in the camera.
Yeah.
See that? See your back. There it is. Very cool. Yep. Remember my last time here?
Really, I think just one of the coolest things about the place is, first of all, well, you know this. You've been to enough gyms to know that you want good equipment in a gym, but good equipment alone doesn't make a good gym. Or, you know, a gym could have great atmosphere, but then the equipment sucks. And rarely do you walk into a gym that kind of pulls it all together. And, you know, it's got the right layout, it's got good equipment, it's got a good atmosphere, it's got good people, you know, the owners, there's not a bad attitude, or, you know, whatever, all those things combined. And a good gym will just have a good energy. And that's what this gym has, a good energy. One of the best feelings in this place, you know, something about the neons matter, and then the doors. One of the best feelings, whether it's like springtime or summertime at night, and the doors are open, and the breeze is going across the gym. It's what I'm telling you, it's just one of the best.
That's like heaven.
That's one of the best feelings ever.
That's like heaven.
Yeah.
Get the breeze coming in. That's like heaven right there.
So, I don't know, a lot of great memories in this gym. And I don't think it's just my bias, because anybody who comes here and trains here, I think inevitably ends up agreeing with me.
Yeah.
And a lot of it too is the owners, you know, that make it what it is. Yeah, obviously they built this place, but they continue to, run it themselves. Yeah. It's really only them that are here. You know, and they maintain a certain attitude, you know, where they want bodybuilders. I mean, I think they've been here since '84, and they've seen that, you know, all gyms like this come and go, and all that's really left now are all the corporate style gyms, and they've never sold out. I mean, they still want bodybuilders, they want powerlifters, they want people who genuinely love the sport as they do. And that has a lot to do with making a gym great.
That's one of the things that I'm seeing at the gyms that I really like, is they all have an owner that's really passionate, man.
Of course.
I've yet to find, I'm sure they're out there, but I haven't found any gyms yet where it's a great gym with everything you said, but then the owner doesn't really care. Like, I haven't seen that yet. I might, but I haven't seen it yet.
It's like anything else. It's like, it's from the top down, you know?
Yeah, so very cool. All right, so we're on stop number 2. We're doing a tour, Jerry. What we're doing is we're visiting the best gyms in America, and
You're at the best gym in America.
this is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of us guys like Evan and myself that really appreciate gyms that have the equipment, the atmosphere, and the people like you that run it. You know, Evan and I were talking about, it's one thing to have a gym with good equipment, it's one thing to have a gym with good atmosphere, but usually to get both is tough. And when you have that, usually there's somebody that's passionate about running a gym. So what I would like to do is, so if you guys don't know, this is Jerry Montanari, and his brother's not here today, but this is a legendary gym. Tell everybody how this gym started and what got you into this.
It actually started in 1984. My brother Rich had a small gym, and my younger brother Darren, who you know,
Yep.
was working there. It was about 1,200 square foot gym. My brother was a power lifter, my brother Rich, and at the time I had owned a nightclub.
Okay.
And I just sold the nightclub, and I got a phone call from my brother saying, I'm entertaining the idea of getting the license for a Gold's Gym. Would you be interested? Now you gotta remember, I grew up with pumping iron.
Yeah.
In high school, I hid pumping iron under a book cover, and instead of reading books, I read pumping iron, and so did my brother. So now I get the opportunity to become a Gold's Gym. I'm dying to do it, so I said, I'll fly out, I'll negotiate the deal, and I went to Venice. I actually took my father with me and put the deal together, and after I made the deal, I called my brother and I said, Rich, I made the deal, we have an exclusive in Connecticut, we're the first one, and...
First Gold Gym.
First Gold Gym, forgive me, yes. And the only way that I'm gonna really, it's in my name, I'm gonna release it if I'm a partner. and the rest is history, and it's been
So this location here used to be a Gold's Gym?
It was a Gold's Gym from 1987. From 1984 to 1987, we were called East Coast Power Gym. It was, actually we have the sign, we're going to put it on the back wall. And then from 87 to 2010, I believe it was a Gold's Gym.
Okay.
And we were part of the growth of Gold's Gym with Pete Grimkowski and Ed Connors and Tim Kim.
Oh yeah.
And fortunately, I was on a multitude of the boards, and it was an interesting run.
Yeah.
And luckily, our passion, we grew up in pumping iron, and I think it was our dream to own another. Go ahead.
Were you trying to like recreate that atmosphere a little bit? Or?
Absolutely. When I went to Venice, I couldn't leave. I just couldn't leave the gym. I just didn't want to leave. I would leave and go back, and leave and go back, and leave and go back. And like I was mesmerized. I remember sitting in the parking lot just looking at these guys who looked like the two of you, walking in and out, and it's just, and I was dying to do it, and my brothers were dying to do it, and the rest is history. And our passion is so great that, fortunately, when we opened, we were allowed to make changes to machines. We wouldn't buy a piece of equipment unless we flew to the equipment company to talk with the owners.
Oh, wow.
And that's why a lot of the stuff in here is so unique. Most of it was custom built. We would add 8 inches, add another 150 pounds to the stack. It got to the point where some of the equipment companies would call us and ask, if we send a piece of equipment down, would you guys check it out and give us some feedback on it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You use this place like a showroom, you know?
Yeah.
So you've been in here, so what's that, 30-some?
30-some odd years.
30-some odd years. What are you most proud of? When it comes to the gym, like, what do you just feel really proud of?
Oh, guys like you come here and feeling at home in here. And not being uncomfortable that people are going to solicit you and drive you crazy, that I'm going to use the word, we're not going to bore you out. I mean, you know, you're here to train, and that's what it's all about. And the atmosphere is conducive to it. And it's not just the gym, it's a combination of my brothers and myself. People, Evan's like another brother to us. I got it. The minute Evan walked through the door, we knew he was our first pro. It was a dream of ours to have a pro.
Oh, wow.
You gotta remember, back then you had to win an overall.
Tough. Yeah.
It was hard to get a pro.
Yeah.
And I remember Evan walking through the door. I believe somebody from Bridgeport brought him down. And I looked at my brother down, and I called my brother Rich up. I said, "You gotta see it. We got our guy." And I'm being honest. It's the God's honest truth. I said, "We got our guy."
What did you think the first time you came here?
Well, you know how it is. You go to a gym that's not your home gym, right? And usually it's not really comfortable. You know, you got to get used to it. You're not so, and especially, I remember I came on a Saturday. He's right, a guy from Bridgeport, my buddy Jay. He said, I was 4 weeks out from my first contest. He goes, look, you're 4 weeks out. I know the diet's kicking your ass. You got to come see this place because it's going to give you a boost. Come up here, meet these guys, blah, 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 blah. So I did. I came up, it was a Saturday morning, me and my training partner came up, and we're training legs. Now, you know how it is, when you're at a gym that it's not your place, you're maybe not the most comfortable, and you certainly don't want to be training legs, right? Because it's, you know, you want to be, legs important, you want to be in your groove. Dude, I never felt more at home in my life. Yeah. and I said that to my buddy, I go, man, this is weird, you know? It just feels so good here.
Yeah.
It just felt right, and these guys, you know, right from the beginning, it was, you know, because like I was used to coming from a commercial gym, and it's, hey, don't do this, don't do that, you know, you're too big, I don't like the way you look, etc. You know, you come here, and these guys were, you know, they're fucking thrilled to have you. So it was a totally different thing. I felt at home right off the bat, and it ruined my experience. You never want to go to another gym. You know? I live a half an hour south. And at the time I belonged to a gym, and I never wanted to go back.
Yeah. And I think the uniqueness was too, I remember so vividly, your father was very protective of you, in a good way. I think he was concerned that, I mean, we all saw the potential in you. And usually when you see potential, everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon to get a piece of it. And I remember just thinking to myself, geez, I can't wait to prove to them that it's not like that. He's just special to us. There was just a click, and it was just so nice when his father finally recognized we weren't out to take anything from him. We just wanted him here.
Yeah, that's when he wanted to home here. Yeah.
And just, he would help the experience of the gym to become what it is right now. Yeah. Because having a pro in your gym is a big deal. Or it was at one time. I mean, you know, it's totally different.
When I think of this gym, like, it's like kind of like I was in quads in Chicago last week, and I think Ed Combs. Like when I think of this gym, I think of Evan. Like there's an association there.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. He has his own key. I mean, you know, he does what he wants. I mean, we've come in and found equipment in here. And that's the guy's honest truth. I remember even the Northern piece, I came in one day and went, where, Evan was here last night, he brought it in. He's training for a show, he wanted this piece. Even the Nebula stuff. Yeah. Nebula sent things down for.
It's tremendous. When I go out to certain gyms on the West Coast, we, as pro bodybuilders, they don't really, they're just like, pay us a fee, go train. Like there's no welcoming atmosphere, and for me walking in, just the way you guys welcome me and the way I'm sure you welcome everybody, it's just really refreshing.
Thank you.
It's really refreshing because more and more gyms now that I go to, it's not like that. And so for me, man, this is one of my highlights of my life is doing stuff like this. I love this.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, I just got off an airplane. I was, you know, Corey brought me here. I was like, let's go, man. I can't wait to get there.
Yeah.
You know,
we were goals. I traveled all over the country just to look at other goals. I still do it. Anytime I'm in a city, as soon as I get in the hotel room, now they have the internet, but I used to get the yellow pages out and go pick 5 or 6 hardcore gyms and spend time in them like a little kid. I think I visited 400 golds. You know, I know what you mean.
People like going to places that they like and doing things that they feel good. And that's why people like coming in, because they feel good when they're here, because it feels good here.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with the people that are here.
They're here, yeah. You learn from others.
So you like being here.
And there's little pieces. It's our passion, just like it's your passion. I could go in the gym and just find the silliest little thing, and I get so excited. You know, I remember taking pieces of wallpaper from certain gyms because I love the way the wallpaper looked. Cutting a little piece off. I would tell the guy, look, I'm going to take a little piece of your wallpaper. Just silly little things, but it had a hardcore look to it.
Yeah, you like
something about it just worked. But anyway.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you welcoming me into the gym.
Thank you, John. I'm grateful.
I really appreciate it. This place is phenomenal. If anybody, I'm sure everybody here around knows about this gym, but if for some reason you don't, you got to check this place out. Unbelievable atmosphere. And what I'm seeing is the gyms that are this great, it starts at the top.
Yeah.
So you and your brother, man, we've got all the respect in the world for you. And
I got to mention the MPC too. I have to, because that's another one of our passions. We are the MPC in Connecticut. My brother Darren and I coach here, and even that, before we decided to ever promote a show, I had to meet Jim Mannion and look him in the eyes. I remember calling him up and saying, Jim, I need to, before we do a show, and we are, at the time there was AAU and the MPC. So before we make a choice, I need to talk. Within 2 minutes of meeting him,
quick.
Yeah, he's one of us.
I think your brother judged me when I could.
Yeah.
Did you ever judge me?
I was at
I'm gonna put him on the spot.
I believe it was the North American.
I'm gonna put him on the spot.
No,
How did I do?
Yeah. You looked incredible, obviously. Yeah. I believe it was a North American. When Pittsburgh was it North American?
I did so many North Americans, man.
But I remember I was there that year and I didn't judge Darren Judge. I was on the panel. I gave up my seat because I really don't love judging. I can't sit still, as you can tell.
I think it was probably 2012.
Actually, it was.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for having us, man. It's a pleasure. This gym's awesome. That's it, folks. Another awesome gym. We'll see you next time.
God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.